All right, well, thank you, ladies, for giving me a bit of your time again. I know I've done this a few times, annoying a few of you just to give me a hand, but like I said, I appreciate your time, and like I said, I'll try not to take too much of it all.
That's all right.
Now, I'll just show that I'm not here talking to myself. So there's two there. You're there somewhere? Yeah, so there's three just there. All right, so like today, I'm just going to give you a bit of a talk on good hand washing techniques during this COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic. Like I said, I know, and I'm sure you're all constantly washing and doing stuff. So it's just go through it, and then after this video, we'll go into the toilets or bathroom there, and then just have a demonstration that you can see the proper technique just to ensure. Okay. All right, so I'll just start off. I'll give you a bit of background there. So which method of hand washing removes the most bacteria, basically, in this COVID-19? So basically, washing both hands with soap and water thoroughly and frequently is the most effective way to remove any of this, okay? Right, and basically, you're rubbing both hands together vigorously using soap and water until a soapy lather appears, okay? And you've got to continue this for at least 20 seconds. And a good way of thinking that this, they tell you, is as long as it takes to, say, sing happy birthday twice. So if I was to sing that, it's happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, and do that twice, and there's 20. So in your demonstration later, I don't know if you want to sing that, but...
Well, they taught my granddaughter at school. She sits there on the next thing to her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Oh, so they say the same thing.
Yeah,
the
it's
20.
hilarious.
And like I said, during the washing, you're doing the back of your hands, in between your fingers, the back of your fingers, your thumbs, the tips of your fingers. Like I said, not just doing a quick, but a good lathering. And hopefully this hand washing can stop the course and prevent the spread of, like I said, the COVID-19, stuff like that. And you get asked, is there a difference in washing hands with cold or hot water? And really, there's no evidence that washing your hands with cold or hot water makes a difference to killing it, okay? The important thing is that you use soap, whatever the temperature of the water is, okay? And can you wash your hands with just alcohol? It's another question they ask. Well, no, you should wash your hands with basically soap and water is the best way. If water and soap aren't available, well, yes, use an alcohol-based hand rub. That's fine. Another question they ask is, can washing your hands too much be dangerous? Well, no, even though, like I said, even if you wash your hands and pick up a new bacteria, you don't want to just wash them once a day and that's it. Basically, after you've had clients touching things and stuff, you want to be wiping down and washing your hands, hopefully, especially, like I said, during this pandemic, while it's still spreading and stuff like that, okay? And another one they ask is, like, should you wash your hands just after blowing your nose, say? Well, when you sneeze or cough, you're sort of releasing these droplets into the air and onto your hands, which is like where viruses can spread. So always wash your hands after sneezing or coughing just to remove any droplets that may have landed on there, okay? And like I said, just the frequent hand washing with soap and water is one of the key components of controlling the spread of this COVID-19, okay? Like I said, I'm just going through some of these notes. And like I said, even when you feel well, you still should be just washing your hands with soap and water. And like I said, before, or basically after each of your clients you get, I don't know how much they're touching stuff in here, I suppose. And I know you had the doors closed for a long time and stuff, so there wasn't a lot, but you never know who's coming into the office, where they've been. Have they been to one of these hot spots and stuff like that, or have they been to Melbourne? No, I don't know if you've got certain questions to ask them or something. I'm not sure. You've got to.
It depends on if they're new to us.
Oh.
If we know them and we know that they wouldn't have gone out of state, probably not. But yeah.
Oh, good. All right, and like you said, and if you're feeling sick or whatever, as you've seen on all the news and that, just to avoid any COVID stuff, if you feel unwell, you stay at home, you're not coming in. And like I said, if you've got flu-like symptoms, we'll get tested for the COVID-19 and then have your 14-day, which I hope you wouldn't have to have your 14-day isolation. I'm the same. Like I said, I've got a van down at and a bay, and I wanted to go down last weekend, but there was a few positive ones at Port Stephens, and so I ended up saying, like, to my partner, "I'll stuff it. I'm not going down. I'll stay at home. I could have a beer at home and a bet as well, doing that down there, because the last thing you need is this be there.
You don't want to bring it back.
No, you don't want to say, oh, if you were at the gym at Port Stephens on this day, you better get tested and self-isolate, so to try and avoid having to stay.
Because that sort of area is easy for the people from Sydney to get to.
Yeah, and they're doing that.
And they're going out. They're just travelling.
Yep. Oh, and sorry. Yeah, no, I know, and that's what I'm saying by staying. And I'm, like I said, at the moment, and I've got wipes in the car I was provided with, and soon my supervisor told me I'm getting a temperature gun and things where I'm going to be shooting them in their head before each lesson to make sure they're...
Make sure they dry properly.
So make sure the temperature, they've given me wipes. I can surely see masks coming, and you just got to do what we got to do, I suppose.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. And like I said, look into, well, I don't know about the ladies' toilet, but in the men's toilet, there are, like I said, the good brochures with the good techniques on doing the hand washing techniques. And like I said, after I've stopped this one, I'll do another one, and I'll quickly just sort of I'll go through it now, and then hopefully you can all do this with me, or one at a time. It's supposed to be about just washing your hands in the toilet. And I'm sure in the ladies, they've got all these brochures as well that highlight, like it is in the men's one. So. And with the correct way of sort of washing your hand, there's basically, from the information I've been able to get on that line, there's sort of 12 steps to it, okay? I'm not saying this is exactly perfect, but this is what I've been reading on the government websites and stuff. So the first one's to wet your hands, then you apply the soap, then rub your hands, palms and that together, lather the back of your hands, and scrub between the fingers, open palms, your thumbs, scrubbing your thumbs, washing your fingernails, fingerprints sort of thing. And then you need to rinse your hands, okay? And then dry with a sort of single-use towel, they say. And then even turning the tap off, should be using a towel. I know this is sounding like we've all got it, but you're sort of turning that off and your hands are clean, okay? So hopefully, like I said, I'm not teaching you rocket science or anything. Like I said, it's just during this COVID pandemic, it's hopefully something you might take on board and then be able to demonstrate. So hopefully I'll stop this one in a minute. And like I said, I've shown in there, they've got your diagrams, even about sneezing and coughing. I'm sure you're all using a tissue, you're sneezing into your elbow, all that stuff, like exactly, not touching your face. And I'm sure you're cleaning your surfaces regularly. I'm sure you've got wipes and stuff. I saw when you walk in the door, you need to sanitise and wash your hands, which is good.
Yep.
And just quickly on, like I said, if you can't wash your hands, you've got the application, the hand sanitisers. Even here, like I said, I can see it's here, it's in everywhere you move now, which is good. And the ways of that is you apply the product on the palms of your hand, rubbing them strongly together, and then cover all the surfaces of the hands until they're completely sort of dry. So hopefully we'll go and each of you can hopefully give me a bit of a demonstration, have nice clean hands in a minute. All right, thank you. I'll just pause this one. I'll just show that you're all still paying attention and listening, because you haven't all disappeared on me. I was going to say, no one left halfway through and stopped.
No one's asleep.
No. All right, well, I'll just turn that one off.